So here we have a barbell bench press. So we're gonna start off by making sure the J hook's the right height with the barbell and that the bench is set up flat. From there, you're gonna start at the very edge of the bench and just lay it back. And we always work from the ground up as far as setting our position goes. So of course, you're laying flat on the bench. Tyler's gonna make sure that his feet are dug into the floor, so they're heavy. He's gonna drive his knees out and squeeze his glutes, all right? When he squeezes glutes, that doesn't mean they come off the bench. You wanna make sure they stay on the bench, but it's about just contracting them and driving the feet through the floor, all right? From there, going up to the middle of his back, the middle of his chest, on the back side of that, so right between his shoulder blades, that part of his spine, his ribs, is going into the bench as well. So his two heaviest points should be his hips and his chest, and then in addition to that, his 2 feet. From there, he's gonna go ahead and grab onto the bar. I'm acting as if I was one of his spotters. So if you have someone that's around, ask them to spot you, especially as you start to go heavier, right? It's always keeping safety top of mind, someone there to spot you. So a good place to start for most of our athletes for the grip, depending on your size, you're gonna put the ring finger onto the ring of the barbell. There's always a small ring among the rough of the barbell. You can always start there. If you're a little bit smaller, we encourage going up a little bit closer. If you have smaller arms or less wide shoulders. But from there, we're gonna go ahead, if I'm spotting him, if I have a spotter, especially if he starts to go with heavy weights, as his spotter, I'm gonna count down from 3. I'm gonna grab onto it with a different grip on each side, so one coming from one side, underhand grip coming from the other. Tyler's gonna start to pull the barbell out towards him slightly, start to engage his body head to toe, and he needs to irradiate and create tension to make sure that when I lift off this weight for him, he's prepared to grab onto it, all right? So he's gonna imagine he's already got the weights in his hands. I'm gonna count down from 3, 3, 2, 1. We both lift it out, bring it out over his shoulders. He's gonna let the bar start right above the middle of his chest, and then he's gonna pull the barbell down to the middle of his chest as if he's rowing it to his chest, all right? We usually pause about a couple inches away from the chest, and then from there, he's gonna drive the barbell out of the bottom position, thinking about driving his back into the bench. So again, with those cues, pulling yourself down, the barbell down like you're doing a row, is gonna really engage the back of the shoulder and make sure that you're pulling it into the arm slot. That's good for the shoulders to then drive out of, right? Versus just letting the barbell drop. And then when he's driving it up, making sure that he's not coming off the bench at all. So he's actually thinking about driving that middle part of his chest on the back side into the bench when he drives the barbell up. Not only feels better, but it's actually gonna reinforce the cue of driving through the bar and making sure that it doesn't get more difficult as you go through the lift. When you're done, if he was on his own or if he was with a partner, doesn't matter, hit the rack, let it rest, all right? So that is our barbell bench press.